I'm Lost, the podcast.
Wait.
Who? Wait, what?
Wait, you want me to start? Right.
I don't know.
Yeah?
Do you want to start?
Okay, cool.
Okay. Go for it then.
Wait, I'm lost. This is a podcast, right?
No. No clue what you're doing. What are you doing?
No, it isn't. Oh.
It isn't. No. No, it isn't. It is.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Hello and welcome back to the I'm Lost podcast with myself, Elliot, and Carl, also known as Eagleton and Filthy Reflection. And today we've got a bit of a, how do we say, chatty one. A little bit of a
Chatty
anything
one.
goes sort of podcast. And I'd like to start it off with something.
Ooh.
All I hear is just you clicking a pen. That's just really distracting me right now.
To be fair, I was just sat here going, oh, I can see the fact that I'm clicking my pen is coming through the microphone. I should probably stop doing that.
That's all right. That's cool. So I'd like to kick it off with we should have a currency named after, we should have a pricing structure based on how many potatoes make up a bag of crisps. And I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Because I sent you this the other day.
It was you that sent it to me, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. It made a lot of sense, to be honest.
I find this quite funny. The essence of it is you can buy 3 bags of crisps, which is a UK term. I know the Americans call them chips.
Yeah.
That makes it really confusing, but we won't get into that right now. But you can buy 3 bags of crisps, and it costs, what was it, 1.5 potatoes. But if you have 2 potatoes, it's like measuring like, oh, my day's work. Today I got paid 1.5 potatoes. And that just is so
lucky.
That's so funny. I don't know why.
I'd be lucky if I get that.
1.5 potatoes a day.
Could you imagine?
Based on...
Well, you'd never go hungry.
No, it's not actually in potatoes. It's the equivalent of it, isn't it?
I know.
So
yeah.
it's how many potatoes make up a bag of crisps, and then how many bags of crisps cost a certain price. So if 3 bags of crisps cost 1.5 potatoes, but you need 2 potatoes, so it's like 3 bags cost 15, but you have to have 2, so it costs... Anyway, yeah, like 2 potatoes are like £20.
Do you know what? I'm not entirely sure how you've done this, but you do seem quite good at this in every aspect of your life. But I watched that video and I got it. And after you explained it, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Look, I watched it a number of times and I was trying to figure out exactly what was going on there. I was like, I like this concept, but I can't figure out the maths here.
I think it's because you're making it too difficult. That's what that was.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should count. We should have a monetary value based on the price of objects.
So by the end of the year, how many potatoes would you have earned from your music?
Oh, I probably wouldn't even have a new potato, to be honest.
Just a seedling.
Seedling.
Do you have seedlings for potatoes?
There's a potato seed. Who knows?
Yeah, no.
Anyway.
It's just a potato, innit? That's the point. Yeah, I used to grow potatoes when I was a kid. I always thought it was good fun to grow some vegetables, and so I used to get some potatoes, chop them in like quarters, and throw them in the ground, bury them, and then that potatoes grew. So if that's how you grow potatoes, where did the first potato ever come from?
I hold on. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a bit of research here.
You're gonna Google it, are you?
I'm gonna Google it. This is great for an audio podcast.
Well, I'm just thinking of the fact that I have just said something that makes me look like a bit of a fool, and now you're going to clarify the fact that I'm a bit of a fool. Thanks.
So you said that you grow a potato. So you plant a potato to grow a potato.
To grow potatoes.
Potatoes. Yeah. So to grow potatoes, you need seed potatoes.
So there's a specific potato you need?
No, because you have a whole bunch. I think, or overall, and I could be wrong because I am looking at the AI generated version of this answer, but I think you do use a potato to grow a potato.
Yeah.
It's like money doesn't grow on trees except it's potatoes.
Yeah. I've got the chicken or the egg.
Chicken, yes. Well, that was my opener for this podcast.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, well, that's done it. That's it. And we'll see you in the next podcast.
Mini episode.
Right, so yeah, potatoes. Fancy a jacket potato for dinner tonight.
Hey, I've influenced you on something.
Yeah. Don't know what I'll have on top of it though. That's a whole new thing. We'll go for eggs, unless I got some chicken. I don't know which come first, so I don't know. But while we're talking about food, I have changed my diet recently.
It's no longer yogurt.
Well, there is yogurt there. I'm on Actimel now instead of the corner what the Greek style yogurt things, because they just got so much sugar in. I think the Actimel has got quite a lot of sugar in as well, but not as bad.
Yeah, but no, they say zero fat on them.
But, it's because they're full of what they called sweeteners, which your body doesn't know what to do with apart from turn into fat. So.
Fair enough.
It's all the same thing, really. But no, so I've decided to go a bit more healthier, and maybe I don't really know, because I've done some research, and there's like what farmers used to use to grow foods with that the government have now banned and all this sort of stuff. Apparently there's certain elements that aren't in foods anymore because they're not using those fertilizers and all this sort of stuff. So I'm trying to work out, what I should be eating, what I shouldn't be, and it's so confusing. So I thought, right, I'm going to try some gummies. So I bought myself lots and lots of different gummies. I've been buying mushrooms. I've been buying peppers from the old farm shop. I had scrambled egg with peppers and mushrooms, all from the farm shop. All in, yep. Oh, that was good. That was a good lunch. That was.
Hold on. Are these inside a gummy, or am I just?
No. I'll get to the gummy bit. No, that's normal farm shop food.
Because I thought you were talking about egg flavored gummies.
Could you imagine? No.
Ooh, yeah. No. Good.
No, but the gummies. I've got some like multivitamin ones, and I've got these Lion's Mane ones.
Lion's Mane gummies.
Yeah. Yes, it's. Do you know what? It's really bizarre, because I was thinking none of this works. It's all going to be a load of huff, and somebody else said to me that they thought it was all a load of huff, and then they took some, and they were like, yeah, it actually does something. It is good. And in 2 days that I've been taking them, I've noticed that I'm far more relaxed. I'm not so anxious anymore. I'm not worried about things, and I can concentrate on all sorts of things now. And that's in 2 days of taking them. I'm like buzzing. It's like doing coke or something.
I'm so sorry, but you've just said that you're more relaxed taking mushrooms.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I honestly can't. I don't know why that's the case.
Well, it's just all the different chemicals in them, innit? I don't know how it all works.
What, the ones that relax your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Admittedly, the trees outside look like monsters, but yeah, it's fine. They look cool. Cool monsters. Um, have you seen that video on Instagram where there's like trees all turning into like weird monstery thing from shrooms? Just me then, just me.
Yeah, just you.
Yep. I liked it. It's pretty cool. But no, it is. I mean, who knows? It could just be the whole placebo effect thing. I don't know, but I do actually feel really quite good, and I've been doing them for 2 days now, and it's just I wake up in the morning, I'm really alert. I've had 2 really good nights' sleeps, and I'm at work and I can concentrate on everything, even though everything around me is going on like mad, and I'm so focused. Loving life. Highly recommend them. Expensive, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but it's better food. It's not fast food filled with rubbish.
Yeah. And it does concern me slightly what is in these foods and stuff these days, and all the preservatives and the sweeteners and all this stuff. It's just, and my mood is always low, and I can never think properly. I never function properly, and never sleep properly, and so I got to do something. So yeah, if this continues to work, which you'll find out in like 3 months' time when I finish the whole batch that I've got, whether I continue with them or not. See if it because apparently. You really start noticing it like a month in, and I'm already noticing it, so I could be bouncing off the walls in a month's time.
Oh, hold on, so you're supposed to, yeah, totally, this can't wait. But you say you should be able to notice it a month in.
Well, they say you should be able to sort of notice a difference, like when you start taking them. They say there's an instant difference, but when you get a month in, you suddenly notice everything about your life is, you will notice massive difference all the way around in all aspects from it. So,
right, okay. So what does that say about it now then?
Well, I don't know, because I dread to think how much better it can be, because I do feel pretty on top form. I'm not going to lie.
Well, that's a good tip then. Eat healthily.
I reckon so. Yeah, eat gummies. Well, the stupid thing is, I don't like fruit. Vegetables, love vegetables. Can't get enough of vegetables. But fruit, I'm not interested. So that means I'm not getting the vitamins from fruit, doesn't it? So I've got to take the multivitamins to get the fruit.
Are they the multivitamins ones?
Well, I've got multivitamins. So that's one of the gummies I'm taking. Or chewing.
I'm taking gummies. Oh, what sort? Haribo.
Yeah. One of them looks like Haribo.
Yeah. They're better for you.
So one of them is just normal little weird sweets that you chew, and 2 a day, and they're all right. But yeah, one of them does look like a packet of Haribo because it's the CBD one, and they're like fizzy bears or something. They taste a bit funky, I'm not going to lie, but...
And you start seeing things, but that's fine.
Well, yeah, it'd be fine. I think that's what's been giving me the good night's sleep, though, to be fair, so I'm all right with that. And then, of course, the Lion's Mane, they're little tablets, which smell funky. They don't smell great, I'm not going to lie. And if you've picked one up with your fingers, you can smell it for like the whole day. You can wash your hands like 40 times and it's still there. But hey, I don't care. As long as I feel as good as this, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's a very good life improvement then.
Yeah, I reckon. And we'll see in a month's time if it's still going.
Indeed.
Do you do any gummies? Or do you stick to your... do you eat fruit or do you do vitamins?
I don't eat 5 a day. Probably should do, but I do have fruit and some veg. So
some veg. So you're more of a fruit fan than veg then.
Yeah, I mean, I probably get a couple of maybe 2 or 3 of the 5 a day, which is nothing to rave about, but
it's probably better than me, to be fair.
It's-
I mean, I don't eat any fruit. I don't like fruit at all. I keep trying it, and every time I buy fruit, I'm just sort of like, I get the first day I have a banana, I'm like, oh, that's nice. The next day I have another one, I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. Why does that taste so different to the other one?
That's the thing. I wouldn't just personally. I wouldn't just keep eating the same thing, because then you're like, oh, well,
no, I don't.
You know, you can't go like 10 weeks eating just bananas, and it's like, okay, that's
no, but I do.
What's
live
the
on my
taste
own,
of it
so
anymore?
If I buy a bunch of bananas, I need to eat them all before they go out of date.
You do realize you can buy individual bananas because they're done on weight.
Costs a fortune.
It's done on weight,
Costs a
not in
fortune.
bunches.
Yeah, but still, I'd have to buy a banana and then think about the next day and buy some grapes. But then you can only buy a punnet of grapes, so you got like 5 days worth of grapes. It's just there's too much complication going in just to eat. You don't need that much complication in your life just eating. Just take a tablet that's got all the vitamins in it. Job's a fish.
Well, saying that, I have the last couple of days used the Barocca. We're dropping a load of brand names here, but hey.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. Is that vitamins or is that just? I can't remember now.
I thought that was like an energy thing, like a healthy sort of.
Yeah,
energy
I
thing.
think so.
Don't know.
It is good.
Mm.
Like, I think it's a long lasting habit, and then it kind of keeps you going for the day.
Yeah.
All good.
Mm. Oh, look at us healthy people.
Look at us, healthy people, indeed. Did you know that the first person to do a certain activity didn't have any training or help from anyone else?
You are so going to have to either reread that or explain, because that was quite cryptic.
Okay. So let's take the first person to make a cake wasn't taught how to make a cake because they were the first person.
Oh, that's true.
And then they can teach people. This is just some weird things that go on in my head, I think.
No, I think you're onto something. This is kind of like a stoner conversation, I think, really. It's like the meaning of life.
Isn't that a bit weird? You think about it and you go, oh yeah, somebody's learnt that, and then the information has been passed down.
Yeah, but normally these things have been made by accident as well. So what were they trying to make before they made that Victoria sponge? You know?
Yeah. Next,
I think that's where is it rock cakes? Or no, it might have been what they call brownies. It's either rock cakes or brownies, but I know one of them came from like someone trying to make a cake and it went wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
But you do raise a good issue here. Well, not an issue. But,
what would the weirdest item to be achieved, and then what would one item that went wrong? Please help me out here.
I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm lost.
Where
the
are you going
podcast.
with this?
Yeah, I'm just going to move on from that.
No, we're not moving on. Hold on, we got this. We can do this.
We've got this. Okay, so
you want to know? You got like a thing that's like, where did it come from? It was just made, and then someone's learned how to do it from the person who originally made it. Right? We got that much.
Yeah, but I want to know what's the one thing. What would the one thing that's gone wrong? The best thing that's gone wrong. I think I got there. So someone who tried to make a cake and accidentally made pancakes.
Oh God, could you? I mean, you'd have to.
This like throws you back. Like, where's the origin of this thing?
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Along the same lines to this, it's the only thing I can think of that relates from what you're asking. But someone did say to me a few months ago that, do you remember? Do you ever remember, like in your childhood, ever eating like your first burger in a bun? Because I mean, we all go to McDonald's or Burger King and we get a burger in a bun. But like, can you remember your first? You're probably too young, but can you remember the first time you had a burger at home that was in a bun? Because I always had burgers as a kid, just on the plate next to some chips and peas, you know. And I thought that was quite sort of, yeah.
You're supposed to eat a burger in a bun?
Well, that's, yeah. I mean, that's how everyone
not
does
with
it these
toasted
days.
pieces of toast.
That's weird. Please tell me you don't.
Double toasted.
Double toasted.
Put it on the grill.
Yeah, that's another thing. Who thought that was a good idea? Like when I was a kid, you put your if you wanted toast, you put your bread, not toast, but you put your bread under the grill and it toasts it on one side. It's nice and hot. You get it out, you put some butter on it, eat it. Who decided to get a toaster that does both sides? That's disgusting. That's wrong. Toasting both sides of your bread. That is weird.
You don't toast both sides? We could probably go on about this. Yeah, that's what I mean.
We could. Yeah, but you shouldn't. You should just put it under the grill and do one side. That's it. That's what you need to do.
Well, then right, okay. I know this is a little bit off topic, but when you're making a sandwich, do you butter both sides of the bread?
No. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Mind you, I know some people that don't even butter their bread. They just put a slice of ham between the two pieces of bread and eat it, which is just weird. We should do a whole food podcast.
Yeah, we could really dive into this. I might keep this question.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
We could
look into.
We could do a whole video. Like we could do the entire podcast while we're cooking food.
Where's the origin of this item? Did somebody mess up and accidentally make it?
Or we could try and make things, but try and ruin it so that we're not making the thing. And then we'd eventually, after like 200 podcasts, we actually find something that we've made that actually people like. And, you know, we can make millions. This time next year, we'll be billionaires.
Billionaires. With our hit video being, we put paprika in a pancake.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
that is trademark.
Made sandwich. Nice, well done. Got that in there.
You know, gotta.
Do you mind? I mean,
it depends.
Well, yeah. I was just wondering if we could maybe bring it a little bit back to music today.
Okay. What have you got in mind?
Well, I saw a video today, and a big part of me was like, you know, this is impressive, because it's so simple, yet it's so good. You know, the concept is simple, but the end result is really good. But on, you know, and I sort of sit there and think, you know, you've got my respect. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, one, you're making a big deal about this simple thing that you've done to make something so good. And, you know, should you be doing that? Because is it that good? I'm thinking. Now, what I'm referring to is Mr. James Hype, your mate.
Yes, my mate.
Making a track. To be honest, I should have researched this before I started talking about it. But he's made a track. He's released it recently. I think it was like number 1 on Beatport, and it's the track of the week or something on Radio 1. So yeah, it's doing the rounds. It's obviously a good track. I quite like it. It's not bad, but I'm not really into the tech house much now. But the thing that he's making a big deal of is the fact that the the whole lead element in the track is from Serum, the initial preset. I mean, is this something to be like, oh my God, that's amazing, it's just the initial preset? Or is it like, mate, it's just the initial preset, it's pretty shit, you know, why are you making such a big deal about it? Loads of people have done it. Do you know what I mean?
So,
is it
because it's coming from him, I feel like he's overdoing it. But I think I have seen other people saying, oh, you can make, you know, you can take the initial preset of Serum and then make it, you know, the, like, it, things don't need to be complicated. You can just take that start up thing.
Yeah.
So I get it. Yeah, you can, but I don't think it's worth raving about. It's a comment saying, oh, yeah, you can make things that are so really simple. And you just need, like, what, 2 saw waves or whatever.
And I mean, to be honest, this is a simple process to do what I'm about to say anyway, but, and you know, most people making music will be doing this all the time anyway, but he sits there and it's the typical, this is the bit that really bugs me, is the whole clickbaity thing. You know, I made this song with just the initial preset. Ooh, I'm such a genius. And it makes you
and 100 other tracks of other bits that make the track.
Exactly, yeah. And he was like, obviously, you're gonna, like, if you've got like a root note, if you're gonna like, you've got your root note, which is clearly done the root note with the Serum initial preset, but then to find all the harmonics to make it a fuller sound, he's got like a load of other channels that have got the same initial preset, but in like different notes, and then making like a chord progression from different octaves. It's kind of, you know, you do this anyway, but it's the way he's sort of promoting it is that he's just drawn a couple of notes in on one channel that's the preset, the initial preset, and that's it. He's just made a track out of that, which is how amazing. But it's not, because by the time you look at how much work he's put into it, it's hours and hours and hours that have gone into shaping that initial sound. So you're not even hearing that initial sound anymore by the time you detune some stuff as well, and it's kind of like it's not actually that preset anyway.
So
anymore.
How much unison and added effects are there on that one sound?
Yes, a lot of effects on there, and there's a lot of automation, because, you know, he likes his automation. Well, who doesn't? But yeah, I mean, there is a lot of effects, there is a lot of automation, and it's, I don't know, I still can't, I mean, we've spoke about this now, and I still can't work out if it's a bit of genius, a little bit of genius, or just shut up, mate.
Well,
I can't work it out.
He's got you talking about it.
He has indeed. And to be fair, I mean, I think the bloke's got something. He clearly is good. And he's either very good at playing with people to keep a following, or he's genuinely that type of guy. And he's just proud of what he's done, and, you know, maybe fair play to him. He's proud, and he wants to share how proud he is of what he's achieved. Fair play. Who am I to judge? But
yeah,
I just couldn't work out which way that went. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, he's. I don't know what he is not on broadcast.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't judge anybody anyway, but I certainly wouldn't judge what people are doing in the music industry. If it's working for you in your you can sleep at night with the lack of morals, or, you know, the fact that you do have morals and you're doing everything right, even if it comes across as not having morals. Do you know what I mean? Because I do things at work all the time, and I think this just seems so immoral. It's coming across immoral when it's actually my morals are fully on board with this thing, and it just looks like they're not. So it's so hard these days to work out.
Yeah, but is
If
it
it's
morally
working for you.
wrong?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it works for you and you're doing something that, I mean, this could go one of two ways really, but if you're doing something that you're happy with and you can sleep at night by doing, then surely you're winning, you're successful, you're getting to where you want to be. That was what you set out to do, so that's fine, I guess. But then you could spin that around. If you believe murdering people is fine, then you're gonna continue doing it. And you're gonna be all right with it. You're gonna sleep at night. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just don't know where you draw the line and where you believe people and where you don't.
Yeah. I don't think the attention seeking. Obviously, that is a big part of what he has to do, but the attention seeking just seems a bit overdone.
I think probably
That's all.
because it's the way now. It's the way everyone's
possibly.
doing it, and it's become like a standard, isn't it? Which is, it needs someone big to come along and just stick their middle fingers up and say, I'm changing this, and they make a change, and it's that could take bloody 50 years to make that change now.
So who's gonna do it? Who would be big enough to do it?
Yeah. So and who's happy to sort of almost not end their career, but potentially end their career by doing what's right and trying to set a standard. They could lose their entire career out of it, but if they're happy at that, then they should do it, I think. But I don't know. It's not me because I don't have a career yet.
No career?
No, not yet. No.
Well, we know we do. We do have a career.
We do. Yeah.
We do. We are both releasing artists.
We are indeed, yes. So, here's a question for you then. What would make you a successful artist?
What determines success?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm gonna say it, and I was told this years ago.
You're gonna say it.
Heard me being told it.
Don't say it. You can't give them the secret.
I can't know.
All right, fine. This once. You can tell them the secret.
I've got to do it. Yeah, it's all about money. It's all about money. That's the bottom line.
Is that the secret?
That's the secret. It's all about money. Yeah.
Forget about the money. Just be happy.
Well, there is that as well. I mean, I think if you want to be successful in the music industry, you need to think along the lines of what can I do to earn me money. How can I get a following? Because that will earn me money, and then once I've earned money, I can then start producing better music with bigger artists and blah 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 blah, and then I can afford to not have to do a day job, and So bottom line is it's money, but
I don't know if this is a quote, but money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure can get you quite far.
Yeah, definitely. 100% agree with that. Yeah, I think I've heard that in a film somewhere, to be honest. Makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Oh, have you charging your phone, are you?
Yeah, I didn't realise that my laptop is almost dead, and
oh, okay.
That's probably a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah. What are we doing on our next podcast?
Well,
no.
There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about, which we've probably not got time for, so we'll bring it into the next episode.
Okay.
Well, I think next time we'll talk about influences.
Oh yes.
And our influence ease. Is that correct?
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That. Yeah, I think that's I think that would be a very interesting conversation between us, to be honest.
And it's not just pointed at. I'm doing quotations here. You can't see that. How do I put it? Irritating, spoilt brats.
Whoa. This could be a dark hole we're going in.
I feel like the word, whenever I hear it, I think of someone taking lots of pictures of their dog for social media. That, or trying to get a brand deal for makeup or whatever. I don't know why, but that just seems like what the word has like associated itself with.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
What I mean is more of, where does our musical inspiration and other philosophy inspiration come from?
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So you've got that to enjoy next time.
And next time, I'm going to be asking you a question that you are going to absolutely hate answering. So with that said, we'll see you in the next podcast.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. See you next time. I love the ending of our podcast. So blunt.
I need to stop, don't I?